What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 20 Ultimate Team video. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl promo. It has been confirmed that it is coming this Friday. Kralo said it this morning on Good Morning Madden, and tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, EA will have a special stream to reveal that content. Let us know what's happening with it, what cards to expect, how to get those cards, and everything involved in it. So, when that drops tomorrow, of course, we'll have a video to follow up and show you guys all of the information that you need to see on it. They also mentioned house rules. I know that's been a big pain point of the community. We've been waiting on house rules, and the every other week thing that we were, I'm gonna say, promised has not been happening. But it does appear that house rules will be coming along with the Super Bowl promo, which sounds good and bad at the same time. I'm happy because we're getting it along with the promo, which means the rewards will probably be directly related to whatever Super Bowl content we get. That's cool, that's great. I don't like it because it's being held on a weekend, and that takes away time from playing Weekend League. Now, I would go ahead and imagine that whatever the house rules is, it's going to be a large number of games, and it's probably going to span across a week or two. I could even see them doing a Part 1 and Part 2, where the first week has certain rules, the second week has a different set of rules, and you have to get a lot of wins, which also means it could be short game modes, which also means it could be wins that don't count towards your series multiplayer win. So a lot of kind of negative assumptions I'm making right now that I hope are not true. Now that kind of ties into Series 5. I know this is a Super Bowl prediction video, but Series 5, they just said is coming in the future. I'm going to guess it's either next Friday or the Friday after. If we get an alternate currency with this Super Bowl promo, if you guys did not play last year, we got rings. Rings were the currency for the Super Bowl promo, which I must say was great. Rings were amazing. A lot of people didn't like the promo that much last year, but I made so many coins off of Super Bowl rings and the alternate currency that promo bought. It was ridiculous. I had 8 to 9 million. It was the most coins I'd ever owned at one point in MUT. So I hope they do. I'm in favor of an alternate currency. But typically with the series changeover, that's the end of a currency, so I could definitely see maybe the weekend or the Friday after the Super Bowl is when we see Series 5, which could be 2 weeks away. We'll have to wait and see. So, I'm going to talk about last year's promo, and then we're going to talk about some guesses and predictions on cards that you might expect for the Super Bowl promo this year. We're going to throw up some gameplay at some point on this video while we go over the names, so you got something more entertaining to watch than just me. So last year they did a whole red team versus blue team theme, and it was Super Bowl present against Super Bowl past, and they had solos that you had to make a choice, either the red or the blue, and it was very confusing to the community. We didn't know which one to pick. I think one set of players, if I remember correctly. So the blue side had legends like John Elway, Franco Harris, and Reggie White. The red side had Rodney Harrison, Dallas Clark, and Rondé Barber. And you basically had to pick a side, and whatever side you picked, you got one of those legends free, which is really cool. If you look at the overalls on those images, they were a 94 overall. So it was pretty cool to get a 94 overall card for basically free. And I think they got boosted, basically, like if the blue side was the, I want to say the NFC, and the red side was the AFC, and if the blue team, which would have been the NFC, which was the Rams last year, if they would have won, then your card would have got boosted to a 95 if you picked that side. But it was just too much. I like the interaction that they kind of brought into the game mode, but at the same time, I think it was just overall confusing for the community. So we'll see if they do that again. But I fully expect them to give us cards from the 2 Super Bowl teams with the Chiefs and the 49ers. And then I'm sure that we'll see, legends of, current day players. So guys who are still in the league, still signed to a roster, still, not retired, who maybe played or won in the Super Bowl. And then I think we'll see legends, some legendary guys. There's a lot of good legend names out there of, guys who won MVPs, won Super Bowls, and just need an upgraded card. So let's go ahead and kind of give our predictions. We're going to start with the current day teams and players, and the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. So I have no idea how the format's going to go with this. I don't know if we're going to get like a master card and then some cards that kind of fall under that, but I would feel pretty confident that for the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill's going to be one of those cards, and he'll probably be the highest card for the Chiefs because he's due for an upgrade. He's a big name, a big pack seller, and his last card was a 91 overall. He's a speedster. The moment that the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl, his card, his Team of the Week card went up easily $100K. So if you invested in that or you got some of his power-ups, you might want to look into selling those now because, they're probably pretty good to get coin from. But I got Tyreek Hill on my list here. Sammy Watkins, a guy who got a Team of the Week, limited early in the year. Crazy stat about him. I did not know that he caught a bunch of touchdowns, like I want to say week 1 or 2, and then he went the rest of the season with 0 touchdown catches until the playoff win last weekend. Crazy stat. Other names I have here for the Chiefs: Chris Jones. We got Mitchell Schwartz, who I've predicted now to get a playoff card, a Team of the Year card, and now I'm predicting for him to get a Super Bowl card. When will Popular Stranger be right? I'm not sure. Honey Badger. I think Honey Badger is certainly deserving of an upgrade, so hopefully we see one there. And then I have Anthony Hitchens on the list. No rhyme or reason. I just looked through both the Chiefs and the 49ers and wrote down some names that, I feel are guys that maybe haven't gotten an upgrade in a while and certainly could use or deserve one. And some guys that, are going to sell packs. Now, on the 49ers side of it, pretty difficult. Great team, great football team. They play excellent defense. They're just overall solid. I mean, obviously they are to win all those games and make it to the Super Bowl. But I'll be honest, when it comes to MUT, they don't have like the sexiest names out there. The guys that you really want to go out and get, and the guys that are like that already have upgrades. And we're talking about like a George Kittle. So on my list here for the 49ers, I have DeForest Buckner. I think his last card was like I'm drawing a blank here, but I think it was a MUT Hero card. Eric Armstead, who I predicted to get a playoff card. His last card was like a 90 overall. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starting quarterback for the team that's led to the Super Bowl. He's got to get a card, right? We didn't go running back to the Chiefs like, Mahomes probably won't get a card from this promo because he just got a 94. Travis Kelce just got a 95. So you think about those guys. It's a little bit different with the 49ers. So maybe Jimmy G. Fred Warner, he recently got a card, but it's only like a 92, 93. And he's been integral in, that defense. I don't have Bosa on my list, but will we see a Bosa card? A rookie premier upgrade? Who knows? Raheem Mostert, you can't he just got a playoff card, but dude had 4 touchdowns in one game to get them to the Super Bowl. You almost gotta give him another card, some type of upgrade somehow, just because of that performance. I thought maybe he'd get a limited for that. And then we have Kwan Williams, who got a Harvest card, I believe it was. And those are my 6 names for the 49ers. If you guys want to leave your predictions down below in the comment section, feel free to do so. Now, here comes the fun part. I have a list of Super Bowl present guys, Super Bowl past, and then a fun list of guys that probably will not get a card, but I'd love to see it happen. So let's start with the Super Bowl present. I'm going to reel off these names. Aaron Rodgers, he needs an upgrade. He's won a Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets one, and that could be a really good card just because of his release. Like the way he's able to throw the ball inside of, MUT or just in Madden itself. He gets that quick release. He's going to have really good stats. I imagine that a lot of these legend guys, whether they're past or present, are going to be 94, 95, 96, maybe even 97 overall. I have for the Eagles, Brandon Graham. He's basically stripped Tom Brady for the game-clinching fumble. He didn't recover. He recovered the fumble. It was Derek Barnett who made the play, but Brandon Graham came up with the football, and maybe they gave him a card. He needs an upgrade. Nick Foles, I'm pretty confident, Super Bowl MVP. Hasn't really gotten any cards this year. I would not be surprised if we see a Nick Foles. Jamie Collins is kind of a guy in MUT that deserves or needs an upgrade. I don't know if I say deserves, but needs an upgrade, and he's been part of Super Bowl teams. LeGarrette Blount, he's won Super Bowls with the Patriots, one with the Eagles. Malcolm Butler, game-saving, Super Bowl-saving interception. Eli Manning, let's be real, he's just not good in real-life football anymore, but he's won 2 Super Bowls, so these are the types of promos that are going to reward him, and also a guy like Malcolm Smith. Malcolm Smith, not too good anymore. I think he plays for the Seahawks now, Super Bowl MVP with, I think he plays, I'm drawing a blank. He plays for somebody now, but he won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. Right? Who does he play for now? I'm drawing so many blanks right now that forget it. Let's move on. Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP. Definitely needs an upgrade. It's been so long. I've been waiting for that card, and I'm really hoping it'll happen. And then last year's MVP, Julian Edelman. So those are my present guys. For the past, lots of good names. If I had to guarantee or bet or feel confident about one single name in this entire video, it's gonna be Steve Young. Super Bowl winner. His 49ers are in the Super Bowl this year. He needs an upgrade. He's a pretty popular card when it comes to MUT. I think we see a Steve Young. Some of the other names I have, Derrick Brooks from the Bucks, Troy Polamalu, two-time Super Bowl winner, fan favorite, definitely a favorite of MUT since he's returned to it. Marcus Allen, probably the best running back in the game early on in MUT 20, needs an upgrade. His last card was, what, a 90 overall? He's won a Super Bowl MVP. Somebody from the whole Cowboys era, whether it's Emmitt Smith, I don't think so. Troy Aikman, I don't think so because of their NFL 100 cards. Maybe Michael Irvin. His last card, I think, was, what, a 93 overall? Somebody, I got Michael Irvin on the list, but somebody from that whole Cowboys era probably will get a card. Franco Harris, he's gotten Super Bowl cards in the past. We have yet to see him in this year's game. Does he get one for this promo? Kurt Warner, two-time Super Bowl winner, I believe. You think about him, and he got that 93 overall Team Diamond. It was like the first card that get Hot Route mastered, and it was a really, really good card. But think about, that card came out in like August. Kurt Warner needs an upgrade. And then we have Ray Lewis, who of course was your most feared master and a Super Bowl winner. Does Ray Lewis get a card? We've gotten a lot of really, really good middle linebackers. Is he one that's going to get added to that list? And then I have 5 guys who will absolutely, more than likely, not get a card. But again, for the sake of guessing and having fun here, let's go over it. Santonio Holmes, Super Bowl MVP, huge catch against the Arizona Cardinals to win a Super Bowl. Hines Ward, another Steeler. Shout out to my guy G-Rod. He's probably going to be happy with this list. Desmond Howard. How fun would it be to have a Desmond Howard card in the game with human joystick? Kind of like a Devin Hester that we got. Desmond Howard won a Super Bowl MVP back with the Packers. That would be pretty cool. Here's one that I've seen thrown around a lot, and I would absolutely love to see it happen. Doug Williams. Doug Williams, give that guy a card. I'm no hater when it comes to the Redskins, at least when it comes to Doug Williams. Salute that guy. And then Terry Bradshaw. I'm sure that EA has tried to get Terry Bradshaw in the game at some point and probably just have had no success. But it'd be pretty cool to see him, kind of make an appearance in a MUT Super Bowl promo. And those are pretty much the cards that I got on my list. Again, past, present, and won't happen, along with the Chiefs and 49ers. If there's any names you want to add, or if you just want to give me your full list, leave it down below in the comments section. I'll take a look at it. And we'll be back tomorrow. We're probably going to drop a video early in the day, maybe Struggle Squad, to, get some content out for you guys. But once that live stream drops, 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, EA stream, we'll be getting that content out to you as soon as it's released, as soon as we have it available, and we'll talk about it then as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.